everyone, back at the tractor books. I figured a lot of you guys were interested in the M4 series Kubota, and there's not a lot of information out there. Well, I found my full line brochure for 2019. I was looking for it in a live stream the other day and I couldn't find it, but I figured now that I found it, I would make a video for you guys showing some of the specs of the M4, and we'll compare it to the M60 series, which would be the 5660, the 6060, and the 7060, because they're very similar tractors, and you may think, like I thought, that it was going to take the place of the M8560 and the M9960, because that's what one guy told me, because Kubota discontinued them two models because they were over 70 horsepower, so they had to redesign them to take DEF and all that good stuff. So a lot of people were led to believe that the M4 was going to replace that, and I'm here to tell you it is not replacing them models, because those models are 85 engine horsepower for the 8560 and 100 engine horsepower for the 9960. Those have become the M5 pretty much. The M5 being for the smaller one 92 engine horsepower, and the bigger one 105. So the M4 did not replace those. So here's the M4 in the catalog. Now there's not a lot of specs on them compared to what this book shows, and this book doesn't show a lot. But you guys, if you watch the farm show video, you've seen what the M4 looks like with me walking around it. And I described it in a comment as a 7060 with a M5 cab, and that's pretty much what it is. They're offering it with two sizes, an M4 061 and an M4 071. There's two deluxe models and one standard model. And the difference is the standard model comes with standard stuff, where the deluxe model comes with the optional stuff on the standard one. You got it's got a new upgraded category 2 cab. It's one of the largest in the class. It's the same as the M5 cab. It's got the economy PTO with 16.7 gallon per minute hydraulic flow. It's better for loader work. New interior console with an electro hydraulic shuttle and D-clutch button. Kubota delivers transitions between gears and simplicity and ease. Two remotes, one self-canceling detent, and one float valve come standard on deluxe models. The M4 tractors are built with over 3,300 pounds of 3-point capacity at 24 inches behind the lift points. The new instructor seat comes standard on the deluxe model and is optional on the standard model. Like I said, same cab as the M5, just a little bit smaller. Okay, into the specs. I'm sorry my light's not working right. My bulb just blew. So the D stands for Deluxe. It's the M4 Deluxe 061. HDC means it's four-wheel drive with a cab with a 12x12 transmission. It took me a while to figure out what their letters and stuff were, but the HD means it's four-wheel drive, C means it's a cab, 12 is the transmission above the standard transmission. If it was just an HDC, it would have the standard 8x8 or whatever it is. Four-wheel drive. Then here is the standard. They offer the standard version only as an M4 071, which is four-wheel drive with a cab and the 12x12 transmission. And then here is that same tractor, just the deluxe version. Okay, the engine, and it's funny, the 3307 is the lift capacity, but it's also the engine number. So it's got a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. The 061 is 65.4 engine horsepower, 52 PTO. The 071 is 73.2 engine and 60 PTO. Now I had a guy tell me that those might not be the actual numbers yet, but they're close. 23 inches of displacement, 2400 RPMs, 23.8 gallons for fuel. Comes with a 12x12 with an option of an 18x18 with a creeper gear. Has a hydraulic shuttle. Four-wheel drive is electric hydraulic on the go for the Deluxe, both of them, and mechanical on the go for the standard. There's the loader you can get with it. Pump capacity, 3-point hitch, gallons per minute, 16.7. 3-point hitch, category 2 has got the telescopic lower link ends, telescopic stabilizers, control system, position draft, top link sensing, and mixed control. There's your lift capacity. Your standard remotes, 2, that's a self-canceling detent, and a float valve. You can get up to 3 on them. PTO options, and your height specs, width specs, stuff like that. Weighs 6,117 pounds. Okay, now let's compare it to the 60 series. Okay, so what you'll be looking at are these two models here, the 6060 and the 6070. That's what it's going to compare to. Okay, they run the same engine, and these ones are spec'd at less horsepower. The M4 is a horsepower less, and 2 PTO horsepower on the smaller one and 4 on the bigger one. They're tier 4 final. It doesn't have the emissions listed on the other one. Your alternator. The transmission's a fully synchronized hydraulic shuttle. The height's the same. I know that because I've been looking at the heights. These come with 8x8s up to a 12x12. Like I said, that's where that number comes in. Let's see, what else do we got? Hydraulic. Big difference here. You're talking almost 7, because it was what, 16.7? Well, you can get 16 on the 12-speed models. So it depends on your model there, what you're looking at there. The M4 has more hydraulic flow. Same lift capacity. Tractor weight on cabbed models. The M4 is heavier. This is only 5,380 pounds. And I believe it was the same loader. 1154. 1154. Yeah. So they're pretty much the same tractor. And as far as I know, what I was told by one dealer is they're getting rid of the M6060 and the M7060, but they were keeping the 5660. Another dealer told me they were keeping all 3 of them and going to run with the new M4. I'm not sure. I didn't talk to anybody at Kubota about them. That's just what dealers have told me. So I don't know. I do know at the show this was like a $61,000 tractor set up like that without the blade on it. I don't have a price on a 7060 yet. Here's the list of what I want to get new prices on the M7060 HD, which is a 4x4 open station. The one with a cab with the 12-speed. The M4 Deluxe, the bigger one with the 18x18, and then an M5 with a 24-speed transmission. So let's look at the M5 just so you guys can see how much bigger it is. It really doesn't compare at all to the M4, other than the cab's about the same. It's a bigger engine, more horsepower. You're looking at 92 and a half, 105. More fuel capacity. You can get a 24 by 24 in this one. It's still electric, hydraulic shuttle. There's your traveling speeds. Here's your hydraulic flow. 17 gallons a minute. So the hydraulic flow is right there with the M5 on the M4. Lift capacity is way bigger. Yeah. You can get a 540E, 3 remotes. The height is about the same. It's 0.2 inches taller than the M4 or the 7060. So there's just a little sneak peek at the M4 specs. I know a lot of you guys are interested in that, and that's all the information I have on it now. And I'll take pictures of the specs so you guys can pause the video or whatever and check it out. So I got to get prices on those. I got to get some prices on some other makes and models too. I'm not going to make any, probably not going to make any more tractor videos for a while. If I do, I got brochures for the other models, some of the other models I seen at the farm show. I can make a video comparing those specs through the books, but I thought I'd do the Kubota because a lot of you guys were interested in those. So there's that, and we'll catch you on the next one.